Deep within the heart of Beijing lies the Forbidden City, a sprawling labyrinth of crimson walls, golden roofs, and shadowed courtyards that once housed the emperors of China's Ming and Qing dynasties. Built in 1420 under the Ming Emperor Yongle, this colossal palace complex, spanning 720,000 square meters with over 9,000 rooms, served as the epicenter of imperial power for nearly 500 years, from 1420 to 1912. Its very name evokes mystery, forbidden, because no commoner could enter without the emperor's permission, under penalty of death. But beyond its architectural grandeur, the Forbidden City harbored deeper secrets, the untold stories of the women who wielded influence from the shadows. These imperial women, from lowly concubines to formidable empresses, navigated a world of ruthless politics, forbidden romances, and hidden rituals. In a society dominated by Confucian ideals that confined women to subservience, some rose to extraordinary heights, manipulating the threads of power behind the throne. One such figure, Wu Zetian from the earlier Tang dynasty, exemplifies this ascent, becoming China's only female emperor and even establishing what historians describe as a de facto male harem. Though her era predates the Forbidden City, her legacy echoes through China's imperial history, inspiring tales of female ambition in later dynasties. This exploration delves into the enigmatic lives of these women, blending historical facts with the sensational undercurrents of court life. We'll uncover how they were selected, how they schemed for power, and the dark rituals that governed their existence. From beauty preparations infused with ancient alchemy to silent battles for the emperor's favor, these stories reveal a side of ancient China rarely seen, exotic, perilous, and profoundly human. As we peel back the layers, prepare to be captivated by a realm where beauty was a weapon, loyalty a currency, and power a deadly game. The Forbidden City wasn't just a residence, it was a self-contained universe designed to symbolize the emperor's divine mandate from heaven. Constructed with meticulous feng shui principles, its layout mirrored the cosmos, the emperor at the center, like the North Star, with halls aligned to celestial patterns. The outer court handled state affairs, while the inner court was the domain of women and eunuchs, a secluded world where thousands of concubines, maids, and empresses lived in perpetual isolation. Life here was governed by strict protocols. Women could never leave without imperial decree, their days filled with elaborate routines, morning audiences with the empress, artistic pursuits like calligraphy and embroidery, and evenings of anticipation for the emperor's summons. The palace's architecture amplified the mystery, hidden passages allowed eunuchs to spy, ensuring no secrets escaped. Whispers of ghosts and curses abounded, legends spoke of restless spirits of executed concubines haunting the halls, their cries echoing on moonlit nights. Power dynamics were intricate. The emperor, though absolute ruler, was often isolated, relying on his harem for heirs and alliances. Women from noble families were pawns in political marriages, but clever ones turned the tables. For instance, during the Qing dynasty, empresses influenced diplomacy by promoting Buddhism, forging ties with Tibet and Mongolia through religious artifacts and rituals. Secrets included underground tunnels for discreet movements and forbidden romances, where a single indiscretion could lead to torture or death. The city's forbidden nature extended to its sensory opulence, gardens blooming with rare peonies symbolizing prosperity, incense-filled chambers for meditation, and night rituals where lanterns cast eerie glows. Yet beneath this splendor lurked danger, poisonings, betrayals, and purges. In 1900, during the Boxer Rebellion, Empress Dowager Cixi ordered the drowning of a rival concubine in a well, a chilling act that underscored the lethal stakes of palace life. This fortress wasn't merely stone and tile, it was a cauldron of human ambition, where women's stories of resilience and ruthlessness shaped empires. The harem system in the Forbidden City was a meticulously orchestrated machine of selection and control, designed to ensure the emperor's lineage while maintaining political balance. Women entered as zaiyunu, elegant females, through a grueling process that began in adolescence. In the Qing era, candidates from the Eight Banners, Manchu and allied clans, were summoned every 3 years. At the Shenwu Gate, thousands faced inspections, height, weight, skin clarity, even body odor. Failures were swift, too tall, too thin, or scarred meant elimination. Survivors endured deeper scrutiny, gynecological exams, assessments of grace and intellect, and a month-long trial in the palace. Top performers were ranked, the empress from a noble lineage, followed by consorts and concubines in 8 tiers. Bearing a son could elevate a woman's status overnight, granting her lavish apartments and influence. Maids, selected at 13, served tirelessly, while wet nurses were prized for nourishing imperial heirs, their selection tied to yin-yang balances. Hierarchy bred fierce competition. The empress oversaw the harem, enforcing harmony in a polygamous system where jealousy festered. Lower concubines might wait years for the emperor's attention, their summons recorded in vermilion ink by eunuchs. Rituals governed intimacy, couplings aligned with lunar cycles, full moon for high ranks to harness yin energy, new moon for others to bolster yang. Beauty preparations were alchemical secrets, pearl powder for skin, herbal baths for allure, all to captivate in brief encounters. Power wasn't just sexual, it was political. Favored women advised on state matters, educated princes, and amassed art collections that influenced culture. Yet dangers loomed, eunuchs spied, rivals plotted poisonings. Many lived in gilded cages, their lives a blend of luxury and loneliness. This system, while oppressive, allowed some to transcend roles, becoming influential rulers through cunning and alliances, echoing broader themes of female agency in imperial China. Though Wu Zetian's reign, 690 to 705, predates the Forbidden City by centuries, her story is the ultimate tale of imperial women's power in ancient China, serving as a blueprint for later Qing empresses. Born in 624 to a merchant family, Wu entered the Tang court at 14 as a concubine to Emperor Taizong. After his death, she became a nun but was recalled by his son, Gaozong, rising from consort to empress in 655 amid accusations of murdering rivals, including allegedly suffocating her own infant daughter to frame Empress Wan. Wu's ascent was meteoric. After Gaozong's stroke in 660, she co-ruled, earning the title, one of the two saints. By 683, as Empress Dowager, she deposed her sons and in 690 proclaimed herself emperor of the Zhou dynasty, the only woman to do so in Chinese history. Her rule expanded the empire into Central Asia, reformed the bureaucracy via merit-based exams, and patronized Buddhism, commissioning grand statues and temples to legitimize her divine status. But Wu's personal life was sensational. In her later years, she surrounded herself with male favorites, creating what historians call China's only male harem. Key figures included the monk Huai, honored until his 695 execution, and the Zhang brothers, Yizhi and Changzong, handsome youths who gained ducal titles and handled state affairs as her health waned. These relationships were intimate and political, the brothers lived in luxury, influencing policy while Wu, in her 70s, indulged in their company. Critics decried it as favoritism, but it mirrored male emperors' harems, flipping gender norms. Controversies abounded, secret police tortured dissenters, family massacres eliminated threats, and posthumous smears painted her as a demoness. Yet her achievements, economic prosperity, cultural revival, made China a superpower. Deposed in 705, she died later that year, her blank stele symbolizing her enigmatic legacy. Wu's story, blending ambition and sensuality, resonates with Forbidden City tales, showing how women could shatter patriarchal chains. The Forbidden City's history brims with women who echoed Wu Zetian's ruthlessness. Empress Dowager Cixi, 1835–1908, stands out, rising from concubine to regent. Selected in 1852, she bore Emperor Xianfeng's son, ascending to Empress Dowager after his death. Ruling behind puppets like Emperors Tongzhi and Guangxu, Cixi modernized China amid crises, meeting foreign envoys and posing as a Buddhist deity in art to assert divinity. Empress Shaoxian, wife of Qianlong, exemplified quiet influence through motherhood and patronage, her portraits capturing regal poise. Concubine Zhenfei defied norms, gaining Emperor Guangxu's favor and court sway, but her reformist leanings led to her tragic drowning on Cixi's orders. These women engaged in politics subtly, through prince education, religious sponsorship, and art collection, challenging the "women shall not rule" edict. Their power often stemmed from filial piety, advising young emperors. Yet abuse was rampant. Ming concubines faced torture, some buried alive with emperors. These stories highlight resilience amid oppression, where a concubine's whisper could topple dynasties. Nighttime in the Forbidden City transformed into a realm of arcane rituals. Beauty preparations involved secret formulas, mercury-laced creams for porcelain skin, despite toxicity risks. Astrology guided decisions, rune interpretations and dream analyses foretold fortunes, with empresses consulting shamans. The competition was silent but deadly, poison teas, fabricated scandals. Eunuchs facilitated intrigues, smuggling messages or lovers. Prophecies fueled paranoia. Wu Zetian used Buddhist omens to claim the throne. Spaces like the Well of the Pearl Concubine hold ghostly tales, symbols of betrayal. These elements wove a tapestry of mystery, where power's price was eternal vigilance. The Forbidden City's women, from Wu Zetian's bold reign to Cixi's cunning, prove that behind every throne stood formidable figures reshaping history. Their stories invite us to reflect on power's dual edges. As the palace stands today, a museum, their legacies whisper, in forbidden realms, the unveiled truth is the most powerful of all. If you enjoyed uncovering this hidden history, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Join us as we explore more from around the world. Your support helps a new channel like ours grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.